we're just going to have a look at modeling quadratics. Okay, so our learning goal is we're going to look at the context where it's suitable to model a quadratic, and then we're going to look at solving the model. This is all about economics. Right? So let's have a read through. Damien sells portable chargers at the market on a Sunday. He imports $12,000 worth of portable chargers. Right. He sells them for an additional $15. So he sells them for an additional $15. At the markets, Damien sold all but 6. So he sells all but 6 chargers, generating this much profit. Okay, that's pretty important. Then the question is, how many portable chargers did Damien initially purchase? Because that's what I'm being asked to find, I'll just let that be x. Okay, so let x. Alright, so x is the number of portable chargers. Once I've found x, I've found my answer. Now, in this context here, I've got this word profit. Okay, profit. Now, I know that profit, in order to make profit, in order to make money, I need to sell something. And the way to calculate it is, it's the number of things you sell multiplied by the price that you sell them at. So profit is selling price multiplied by, I guess you could say, units sold. Alright, so for our case here, we need to work out, well, what was the selling price of his chargers? All we know is that it was $15 more than what he bought them for. Let's have a look. Well, the price per charger, that's what I'm going to try and figure out. I bought a whole bunch for $12,000. Okay, so $12,000. If I bought X of them, okay, to work out what one costs, I just divide by X. Right? Imagine if I bought 10. Okay, to work out what one costs, I just divide by 10. Okay, in this case I bought X, so I'll divide by X. That means that the selling price, so the sell price per charger, alright, that's going to be what you bought it for plus $15. Okay, and we know charges, we know we sold all but 6. So we sold X minus 6 charges. I've got plenty of information here that I've just pulled on out. I want to see if I can formulate something using this equation here. I profited $2,220. Great. That is equal to, okay, that is equal to the selling price per charger. Okay, that is this here. This is the selling price per charger. So it's going to be this multiplied by, there should be brackets here, okay, because that's a whole unit. Okay, that's the sell price right here. This, I'm doing it in a grey, this right here, that's the unit sold. Right, because you sold X minus 6 them. So X minus 6 sold. Multiply those two together. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to expand this out and simplify it to see what it looks like, because it's beginning to look like what could be a quadratic. Right, again, I'm trying to solve this equation here for x. So what I might do here is I'll set it equal to 0 actually. That'll be more helpful. At this point here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to multiply every term by x. So I get rid of that x in the denominator. Alright, it's not really welcome. Once I've multiplied all terms by x, I can see I've got a quadratic and I can solve that. So I'm just going to rewrite this in a quadratic I prefer to look at. So where the leading term is first. And now, because this is quite large, I'll just scale it down. So I'll just divide everything, all terms here, by 15. Okay, now I've got a quadratic here to solve. 3 ways to go about it. Complete the square, probably not. Factorize it, could do. Quadratic formula. I think I'm going to go with the quadratic formula here because I just want to start cranking it. Alright, so a is equal to 1 B is equal to negative 74, C is equal to negative 480. I'm going to plug this into the quadratic formula and simplify as I go along, so it shouldn't be too challenging to follow along. So I get two solutions here for x. Going through the quadratic formula, plugging numbers in, and simplifying it along with the aid of a calculator. And then I've got two answers for x. I need to relook at my question. Okay, x was the number of portable charges, I should say purchased. That really should be purchased. And I'll have a look, well, I've got two solutions for x. Did I initially purchase 80 or did I initially purchase negative 6 charges? Okay, I did not purchase negative 6 charges. I'm going to reject that solution. I'll accept this solution and I will write a statement. Okay, therefore, initially bought 80 charges to sell. Right, so we can see here, just rereading this question, we've taken context, extracted an equation, or constructed an equation, and it turned out that it was a quadratic equation, and we used our skills in quadratics to solve it to get a solution. Okay, problem solved. Now, have a go. There is a question, there's an additional question. I'd like you to have a crack at that and have your solution prepared for class